Hello Internet, my name is Aqua and welcome back to Will You Press the Button? It's been a while. I meant to do this a long time ago again because I had some fun with it, but I totally forgot about it. And I just wanted to record other stuff. So, today, we're going to continue pressing the button, possibly. So our first little thing here is you have all the games, but you suck at all of them. No, that's immediately no. I need to be good at games even though I'm not. Otherwise, I would just get really frustrated. If I was bad at every single game, that would be the most frustrating thing in the world. Because I like being decent at games at least. Like, at least decent. So I gotta, do that. Next one is you can live in a video game of your choice, but you have just one life. Well, first off, what game would it be that I would want to live in? That's kind of an interesting one. I think my first two things that come to mind is one of the Zelda games or Undertale. If I lived in Undertale, it'd be fine because I'm a human, and I would assume that would be in the underground with the monsters. And, well, I guess that didn't go too well for Frisk because I haven't done a run personally where I haven't died, but I could also just stay with Toriel in the beginning, possibly, but I wouldn't be able to meet anybody else that way. I guess stay at Snowdin. I don't need to go past there, really. And I could just befriend everyone there, and then everyone else in the underground would be like, hey, you're cool? Maybe? I don't know that I'd be able to, have the power to save, though. And there's Flowey to deal with. But in the world of Zelda, there's a bunch of monsters that want to kill you. Unless you're in certain places. So I guess I could just hang out with one of those. I don't know. This is really hard. I don't know. Because right now I only have one life anyway, so that wouldn't really change. But the fact that I'm in a video game world means there's a lot more stuff out there that might want to do harm to me. I don't know. I think I'm going to say no because the scope of everywhere is very limited. Like, the world that I'd be living in is very, very small, whereas where I'm living now is the entire world plus the universe that we might be able to explore someday. Probably not in my lifetime, unfortunately, unless I live forever like I want to. But that's probably not going to happen. So I can still go to the moon, maybe. I just have to get rich first. So now I'm not going to. So I want to go to the moon. That was a good one. Next, you will have an amazing personality, be very beautiful and handsome, have an amazing body, people love you, and be good at everything, but you can never listen to music again. I don't listen to music a lot right now, which is kind of weird because everyone around me in the city listens to music all the time. And actually, does that mean I wouldn't be able to do my job as an audio engineer? That seems like a pretty damning thing, really. So if that's the case, if I wouldn't be able to listen to music that I'm mixing during a show, it's not exactly helpful, is it? I'm gonna have to go with no just because of that. My job's on the line, I gotta do. All the games, DLCs, expansions, etc. are free on Steam for you only. This seems familiar, but you have no friends to play them with. Like, as in you have no friends ever, you cannot have friends even in real life. That sounds really shitty. No. There's a lot of things with, video games today. It's like, do you want all the games? Do you want to be in a game? No. It's not very good. It is a good dilemma, though. You can perform any sport perfectly and are the most wanted player throughout the world, but you have one serious sports-related injury a year. I've had sports-related injuries before. Well, I've had one, anyway. And it sucked. I had to be on crutches for 2 weeks. And that was not a fun time. But that would really wreck my body after a while also. When I get 80, I'm just going to be falling apart. I'm just going to be oh, I can't move anywhere because all my legs are broken constantly. I don't know how, I guess it says serious. Would that be breaking limbs? Would that be tearing ligaments? Would that be what's another one? A head thing. I'm thinking of a head thing. When you hit your head too hard, concussion. That's what it is. Would it be that kind of thing? Because if it's any of those, I don't want any of those. And I don't really care about playing sports, like, amazing anyway. Being able to make a lot of money that way, but I don't really care about that either. So I think I'm gonna not do that. That seems no. You have the ability to change the past, but you can only change things you personally did and can only change the action once. Meddling with the past is a very, very finicky thing. That's why time travel is kind of... And also, I mean, I could talk about time travel for a long time because usually shows do it wrong. Like almost every show that I've seen does it wrong. But anyway, I mean, you know, it's all theoretical at this point really, so saying does it wrong isn't really like for sure thing. But in the theoretical science of time travel, you can only go back to when the time travel was started. Like, if you make a time machine, you can only go back to when the time machine was made. And the whole branching timelines thing, I don't know. Nobody really knows how any of that works. Friggin' it's crazy. I have my own personal theories about it, but I won't get into that right now because we're here to talk about this question. It doesn't have to do with time travel necessarily, just changing the past. Which, as I said, is a very bad thing to do because you don't know what the things are going to do, what's going to happen. Even if you plan it out like crazy, there's some going to be weird thing that's you won't even predict, and then you die. And you can only change it once. So you can't, you know, change it. It's like, hey, I need to change this back so I don't die. But then you die anyway because you can't change it again. Unless you change other stuff, and then you just keep changing everything, and then you just lived a completely different life at that point. Except, it's too confusing to do it. That's what I'm going with. It's too much to think about. I don't want to deal with that. Timelines, time stream, everybody's dying. Moon crashes into the earth for some reason because of some weird thing you did. Who knows? That was a good one. You get a walrus at your home, but at any moment you won't know. In the next week, you will get hit in the balls by a baseball bat. This is fucking dumb. No. You gain a superpower of your choice, but the cost of using the power takes away any horniness you had stored. Is horniness a thing you can store? I don't think I was aware of that. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I'm not really too worried about that regardless of what they mean by it. So, I'm good with superpowers. Yeah, let's go with that. I like the comment, my powers are fueled by the strength of my boner. Yeah, why not? Everything you touch turns into gold, but everything. I mean, yeah, that sounds really bad. That means you can't touch anybody, or any, like if I was to use my mouse right now, it would just turn to gold. And I would assume, I mean, the internals wouldn't be affected really, so I'd still be able to use my mouse. And same with like all the keys and stuff like that. That might screw with some things. But the whole like, you wouldn't be able to hug anybody. You wouldn't be able to like pat somebody on the back even. I guess their shirt would just turn to gold if you did that. But then, like, you wouldn't, even if you, like, did a hand, like, you shook somebody's hand, and it just turned to gold. And it's like, well, that's bad. Guess my job interview was over. But, yeah, no, that sounds really bad. Again, like, I don't care about the whole, like, monetary thing, where it's like, so yeah, you just touch the thing, turns to gold, sell it. I don't care. No, I don't care. You will have every game with every console, again with the games having all of them, but you will have no internet. I need internet for a lot of things, like YouTube. It's kind of the main thing that, you know, you need for YouTube is the internet. If you don't have the internet, you can't put videos on there. You could have all the video equipment in the world, but if you don't have internet, you can't put them up online. People won't see them, you won't get anything for it. So now, I need internet. For a lot of things. For basically everything that I do. So now, you can have the best voice in the world, but you can't record or sing in front of anyone. Well, some people say I already have the best voice in the world. Not recently anyway, but they used to. I promise. But the whole record thing, again, there's a mic sitting right in front of me right now that I'm talking into. It's kind of the whole thing I'm doing right now. How did I go up that high? That was crazy. I just hit a new octave. No! You become immortal, but you have to murder everybody to keep your immortality. Now, earlier I said that I wanted to become immortal, but murder is a bad thing. Murder doesn't help anybody. So, I think I'm going to have to go with a no on that one. I guess I could just become like a death row inmate executor and do it that way. That's an option. But I think that would weigh too heavily on my conscience regardless. Even if I'm murdering murderers, it's not the best thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. I think no. I personally just don't want to kill people. So, there you go. It didn't say people, actually, does it? It just says you have to murder. Does that mean flies? Can I just be, like, squishing spiders? I don't want to squish spiders. Spiders are good. Can I just be, like, if I squish bugs, I'm murdering? I'm assuming it's saying it means people in this case, because it says to murder, not, like, kill bugs and things like that. So I'm going to go with no, because I don't want to kill people. You free everyone in North Korea, but you are brutally tortured until death. That seems... I don't know. That's a really weird one, isn't it? So you free everyone in North Korea. Things aren't too good there from what I've been hearing. But you're brutally tortured until death. That's not a fun time. I feel like there are better ways to do that. And then what's going to happen to those people anyway? Like, they're going to have to go to other countries and they're going to, like, I don't know. What's going to happen to North Korea? Are they going to, like, just be disbanded? That's fine. I don't care, but there's all that land there. Somebody's going to take it over. I don't think North Korea would be too happy about losing all its people. I feel like that might cause some conflict in the world. That would end up very poorly. For everyone, really. So I think if it was a guaranteed, like, everything would be fine, maybe, but the possibility of, like, World War III is kind of there. So I'm just going to not, even though I want to, because I don't want to start wars. Win $50,000, but every photo of you that exists would be deleted. That's totally fine. I mean, I have more videos of me than pictures by a long shot. I have like 15 selfies on my phone from the last like 4 years. But that's about it, really. I get a picture taken of me maybe once a year. Not a lot of pictures of me. Like I said, everything's in video. If it was video stuff, I wouldn't be able... I know, because all my videos would be deleted. But it specifically says photos. Which... I guess that would take away some of my thumbnails for my videos. Because technically there are photos of me in that, but really they're just still frames from my videos. So how does that count exactly? Because, I mean, a still frame from a video is a photo. Technically, because a video is just a bunch of pictures put together. Which is really weird to think about when you think about it. But I don't think it counts for that because it's video. And it's photos. So I'm going to go with yes. Because I don't think it would affect me. I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'd be screwed. But $50,000 though. You become the god of aesthetics. But your heart explodes in a sauna 5 years later. Who would do that? Why would you want to die in 5 years, but you become, like, amazing at something for 5 years? I mean, that's kind of cool. Becoming amazing at something for 5 years is interesting, but I mean, death afterward, that's not a very good plan. Because then you could go on to, like, get better at something else. But you can't do that if you're dead. You gotta admit that. You can't learn things if you're dead. And that's kind of my whole thing, is I want to learn things. So no, I am not pressing the button very often today. You can bring anything from your imagination into real world whenever you want. You can bend reality, but you are alone, your power doesn't work outside your room and house, and you can't leave it. That doesn't sound horrible, actually. Because here's the thing, you could just spawn in food, water, all that stuff. And I personally enjoy being alone, and as long as I can still make videos, I can still interact with people. Like, I wouldn't be alone. I would be alone in the physical sense, which I'm okay with, but I would still be able to interact with people. And as long as that's okay, then I'd be okay. And plus, if I can bend reality, I can just freaking make a mansion and then be living in a mansion and have plenty of room to walk around, do whatever. I can spawn cats all day. I can have a cat room. I can have an owl room. I can just... Yes. Yeah, as long as I can talk to people without in the outside world via the internet and still do videos and like do all this stuff, totally fine with it. I'd be able to... Plus, I'd be able to freaking... If I can just bend reality in like any way I want. I guess it says specifically bring things into the real world. I'm just trying to think of what I could do for the world from my house. And I feel like, I mean, being a reality bender, that would get a lot of views. So, I guess I could still do stuff for charity that way. I wouldn't be able to like directly like donate things or anything like that, except, you know, like any money that I got from doing whatever I would be doing, which would be everything. And I don't really know. What all could I do with that? I'm sure I could think of something given enough time, but I feel like I'd be able to help a lot of people with that ability. And I could just friggin' live in a mansion by myself and still interact with people on the internet. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the big thing. If I can't like talk to my friends anymore, if I can't like talk to anybody else forever, or like post videos, or just interact on the internet in any way, that would be a no. But as long as I can do that, it's a yes. So I'm going to move on this time. Boop. You become best friends with your favorite celebrity, but you cannot hang out with them around other people. I don't even know who my favorite celebrity is. Are internet celebrities in that? I don't even know what my favorite it would be an internet celebrity, because I don't care about real celebrities. Real celebrities. I don't care about the like movie celebrities. I care about like the internet celebrities. But even then, I don't even know who that is. Like, Markiplier, Game Grumps, I don't know. But I can only hang out with them around other people. I cannot hang out with them around other people. So I'd only be able to hang out with them one-on-one. Which seems okay. And I don't know. I don't even know who that would be. So I think I'm just going to say no based on that. Well, it'd be really cool to meet them, though. Be friends with them. Like, if I was just, like, freaking... I'm just going to say Markiplier, because I can't think of anybody else right now that would be my favorite celebrity. Like, maybe, like, Barbara Dunkelman from Rooster Teeth or something like that. I don't know. If I would just be able to hang out with them and play video games, whatever. Like, just, like, one-on-one with them. And just freaking, like... Again, if I could, like, make videos with them and stuff like that. Like, YouTube stuff. That'd be really cool. But I don't know if that's the case. Like, I don't know what the full extension of this is. So I think I'm finding a way around this. And I think just being able to hang out with them at all be good. Whoever, I have no idea who it is. I honestly cannot think of who my favorite celebrity would be. But I think it'd be cool to be friends with them, regardless of anything. Plus, maybe I can be friends with the other, like, their friends, the celebrity, and then I wouldn't be able to hang out with them. Like, I wouldn't be able to hang out with that one person, with them, but I'd be able to hang out with them, with the others. That's cool too, right? I think I'm going to do that. I don't know. It really depends on who it is, and I don't know who it is. So I'm just going to say whatever and go for it. Just whatever. I haven't even been mentioning the percentages. Freaking 73% of people did this. I didn't even see that till now. Totally forgot how this works. Go me. Alright, this is going to be the last one. Because I just decided that just now. You have the ability to read people's minds, but every time you do, makes the sound of a whale while you're using your ability. This actually reminds me of a character from RWBY who can manipulate people's minds, but it makes a sound every time she does it. But the sound of a whale, is it like the actual sound of a whale that's like as loud as a whale? Because that's really, really loud. I think whales are like 160 decibels or something like that. Maybe more. It's in like the upper range of like, if you hear that with no hearing protection, you're going to have hearing damage. So there's that. Just the fact that it's a really loud noise. There's also the fact, that would be like, oh, it was freaking douchebags reading the dude's mind. That's not cool. I don't think that'd be very good. But reading people's minds would be really useful for things, of course. I mean, there's that. You could freaking, I don't know, like take down the government or something with it. I don't know. You learn secrets anyway. Could learn everyone's secrets. Ugh. I don't really care about that, though. I don't really care about either of those things. I don't see any benefit to this, really. Because everybody's going to know. And then I'm going to damage my own hearing in the process. Like, all the time. So I think I'm going to say no to that one. But you tell me in the comments what you would do for this one. 70% of people did that. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Well, that'll do it for this episode. I forgot about the whole freaking percentage thing. I could have been commenting about that the entire time, and that's kind of half the interesting part of this now, isn't it? Maybe not really. I feel like just the dilemmas this presents is pretty cool in itself. But what do I know? So anyway, that will do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, share it with your friends. And I will see you next time. Bye!